Hello, and thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is August 28th, 2019. I am Andrew Oriano. Join me as always is Grant Farrow and Reef Willer. Today's guest is Walker Ryan. He's on limited time, so we're going to go straight into it. Let's talk about that Thrasher Novia part. We don't fuck around here. Let me start off with the first question. So you're really big on the switch backsides. Switch backside flip, switch backside 360 kick flip, switch big flip. Is there something that against you on the switch front sides?
Yeah, I'm just, it just never, me and switch front sides just never got along. I don't know. It just started when I was young and it just persisted. I don't know. I love a good switch frontside heel, switch frontside flip. My shoulders just don't as much.
That's interesting. That's interesting because I think for most people it's the other way around, which is sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like switch backsides, like switch back big spin is such a rare one, especially like switch big flip too. So that's tight.
The only way I've ever explained it to people is that like there's something comforting about flying backwards and not looking at the obstacle or the gap or whatever. Like you just are looking at your feet and then you land regular. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It seems like the easiest to me. It's like, hey, you don't have to look at all this the bullshit, and then you just regular.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see someone as naive as myself saying, "Nah, man, I want to look at the bullshit because I can't see anything."
No, I've learned like even with regular frontside tricks, sometimes I struggle because like frontside flips are like. The frontside flip is like my nemesis. I swear, I have probably like 5 to 10 of the most epic frontside flip photos that I will just never go back and like make all over the world because I just like I have this problem of like catching, holding it, and then bailing for some reason. I don't know what it is. Like it's just like a disease, I call it. And so. Like I don't know. I think there's something even with regular backside. It's just like somehow easier to just like commit. You're not like I don't know. That's my explanation for it.
Well, I appreciate it. So your part was who had the idea of filming majority? Well, it was all filmed on Wilshire. Like every spot was filmed on Wilshire Boulevard.
Yeah. So it was my idea. I had just moved to LA and I was using this app Instacart. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah, I heard you talk about it. You said that's your side hustle, right?
Yeah, I was like delivering groceries and like it was mellow. It would be like it was the perfect way to like get situated in LA, like because LA's huge and it's so like overwhelming to figure out where you are at any time. Like there's certain freeways and basically like. Everything was spitting me onto Wilshire when I would do these like little like I don't know like pick up some groceries, drop them off. It'd be like a couple hours a day sometimes. It was chill. It was honestly good money because people would tip like very generously. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I just like was on Wilshire so much and realizing like holy shit, there's so many cool spots that no one skates and there's so much cool history. And that was like really the goal was like.
You're breaking up pretty bad right now. Do you guys hear that?
Skate some spots. It's breaking out.
Yeah, you're back now.
Okay,
yeah, just for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, no, I thought it would be a cool concept. I've never had like a concept video part where it was anything but just getting tricks over the course of a year or two and then putting it together. And this was like, nah, I want to just do it all on Wilshire or like directly off. So we kind of had like a block radius that allowed. So if it'd be like an alleyway that was parallel, there's still a Wilshire spot. If it was like perpendicular and like a block away where you could still kind of see the sign,
hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm not on Wilshire, but I can see it, so I'm gonna count it.
Exactly. Like this is a little, they're almost hitting the other street, but like, look, we can see that blue Wilshire sign. So that was sort of, and then it was just a challenge. It was like, how much can we film on just one street? And Wilshire is unique because it's not like a street in LA that breaks off and just becomes residential, so it wasn't just like apartment buildings for miles. Wilshire is literally just commercial, which makes it like, I don't know, like commercial buildings tend to be skate spots. And so it was just kind of like a lot of spots that people don't really bother with because the security's so hot, and we just would kind of sneak in and try to get 5 minutes and like whether it took 20 times going back to the same spot, like we would just, and since it was all on one street, if we got kicked out, it'd just be like, okay, 2 blocks down, there's that other spot, let's try to get that nose manual, like whatever it was. It was just like made for a fun process. And
I remember. Go ahead.
You and Bowman, who I filmed every clip with, and who was just like my man for the project. Like we were just in it together. We just wanted the same. It was just so fun. Like it just became this like really cool goal. Like, all right, how much can we get on one street? And he lived on Wilshire too, which made it cool. So
that's cool. That's sick. I remember you had some Instagram stories, like probably within the past year, where you were skating from like West LA pretty much all the way to downtown. Was part of that like hunting for spots in Wilshire, or maybe filming those days for this?
No, that was just like I came back from vacation where I wasn't really skating, and I'd left my car in like West Covina, which for people who don't know, LA is like very far east, and I live in Venice, and I just skated to the train and missed the train, and I was just kind of like fired up, and I was like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna see if I can skate to downtown. And then I just did, and I don't know. It's like something I thought would be like
a fun adventure.
Yeah, just an adventure. And I did some spot searching, but that wasn't on Wilshire. That wasn't really
okay. Yeah.
Now, I joked around on last week's podcast that you skated the 15 and 10 the whole time. Now, everyone knows that those spots are hard to skate now because of those billards. Was there any?
Oh, go on.
Well, I was going to ask, was there any disappointment on your end that you couldn't hit up those the 10, 15?
Oh, 100%. But first of all, it's funny you say that because Jim Greco literally did that in Baker. I think it was Baker 2G. Do you guys remember that?
Absolutely.
part?
He destroyed that thing. He
basically
did like 3 tricks all in one night.
I lost everyone for a second.
Oh, you back?
You're back. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah, he skated. He did 3 tricks in one night. That video part.
I mean, if you watch that part, it's almost the majority of it is at 10 and 15. So funny. Like I don't know how he got away with that. Like, and people weren't like, dude, really? I mean, it was mostly slow mo, and it's epic. But it's like I think it was probably like 5 nights, and it was just all. It's so funny. Watch it again because it's almost like all those 2 spots. But yeah, to answer your question, it was a huge bummer. I mean, I had thoughts of skating the 10 rail the same way Clint Walker did, where he like grinded it the side of it, but it's just sketchy with the poles. Like I wanted to figure out a way to skate it somehow, but it was just it didn't work out. I never tried, just like not really for me at least. Like
Yeah, makes sense. Sounds gnarly. And then so that was released last week, and then obviously within the past week, some of the your part and Kyle Brown's part have came out for Novia, which I know you guys premiered previously. So how did that all come about to, film and obviously have first part in a video that basically you seem to have done almost everything for?
It was fun. It was like,
I know there was help, but
yeah, I filmed the majority of the video parts that obviously weren't mine, and then that was just like there were a couple kids. Did you guys watch the video? Did I send you guys the link?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it.
Great video.
We saw it. So like Andrew and like Tucker and those kids, like I don't know. I mean, I would just film with you in early mornings, especially weekends, because you just have to like take advantage of every weekend in LA, and just film really early, like start skating at like 6 or 7, get a trick, not get a trick, and then go film the other guys. And I don't know, just like any video, you just stack footage, and when it feels like, all right, I think we have a project, let's do it. And, you know, like Sibo has the last part. Sibo would come out on missions for Wilshire, and then, you know, I'd skate, and then I'd go film him. And it, like, kind of fucked up my back, for sure. Like, it's jumped. It's not, like, the way to you know, treat your body, but it, I don't know, worked out.
Yeah. Had you filmed much before this?
Not really. I always liked to film, and I would always get a camera so I could film second angles when I went on trips, because the worst thing that can happen when you go on like a 3-week skate trip is you get hurt and you don't have anything to do. So if I always had a camera, I would always have something to do. Whether or not that footage would like get used, it was just a cool way to like be more involved in any skate trip I went on. Yeah. So I would film, and I made a video like 10 years ago called a shuffle video, but I didn't really film it. I just kind of compiled the footage and edited most of it and like put it together. It was split between me and this dude, Ivory Turner, San Diego. But this was like, all right, I'm going to like really try to film, get a VX1000 and just do it. Do it the way that
cool.
I've always liked watching skate videos.
That's sick. I think one of the biggest questions regarding your part and I guess the video is the switch backside flip, and the VX gets taken by somebody on a bike.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Which I watched the whole video the other night. I watched the whole video the other night, so I did see what, like in the credits, you hear laughing, and then and then you see the bike go past when your guys are down at the curbs. But how did that go about? I mean,
Nicky, no.
Do you want to say who it was, or do you want to keep it secret?
No, I can't say who it was. But I like have just thought about certain situations that would be really funny if they happened in real life. And so for this video, I just wanted to like make them happen and have people feel like, wait, what? Wait, what? Like just have that reaction from people.
It's sick. I mean, it was perfect because, I mean, it's believable in general, but also it being at the Santa Monica triple set, like that's totally somewhere where you could see that happening. Like some dude just cruising on a bike and just grabs it and goes. Like it looks real in the footage, and it would make sense that it would happen there. And I don't know. I mean, it worked. Like the comments on Instagram I was reading, like on Thrasher's post, were so good. Like everyone was just like, "There's no second angle. Like he never caught him." And I was like, "It makes sense." And then when I watched the full video the other night, I was like, "Okay, so it was set up." But it was funny, and it was cool how kind of like at the beginning and the end.
Everyone asked, and I'm just like, just watch the full length video, and you know, like whatever, you know. Yeah. It's funny the reactions. I love it.
Yeah, I think if something like that happened, he would have got off on his board and started running after him.
That's what I was thinking. You got long legs, Walker. You could run after that guy.
You know, I heard a rumor that happened to us. I can't say who it was, but I heard that someone got beat up. It was filming at Wilshire 15, and he got beat up, and then the guy that was skating the set didn't help him, and they just took his camera.
That sucks.
Damn.
That does suck.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's a pretty notable guy. If I said, you guys, it's someone everybody knows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's true or not, but the source is pretty reliable.
I never heard that.
Gnarly.
Pretty late.
What about the Walker, the VX when you run into the kid on the scooter when you're filming SIBO? That was already a broken VX, or or do you want to keep that a secret?
You're gonna have to decide.
All right. No,
we got Tarantino over here says you make it what you will.
I'll tell you what. When I watched it the first time, I thought. I mean, I don't know. It's a believable. Like it was done perfect. And also, I watched that, and that seriously has happened to me. Not act like I was filming with an iPhone, but rolling in front of somebody, and where a ledge will where it's not straight, like just an object that's pointed out. Clipped it, phone smacked to the ground, messed up the screen or whatever. So like seeing that happen, I was like, it's a thing that happened.
Oh, was that your screen that you did that on?
Yeah.
Your phone?
No, it was Tanner's.
Oh no.
Yeah. His homie fixed it though. I think it was free. I think his homie fixed it for free.
Oh, that's good, man.
But yeah.
That's the worst when it's your homie's phone.
Yeah, and I felt pretty bad, but it got fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought that stuff was sick. It's cool. It makes I just think stuff like that in videos makes it more memorable, like the whole video in general.
That's 100% cool. Like it's like I'm not trying to lie to people. I'm not trying to like. It's just that little trick to make you go like, wait, what? Like that really happened? And
catches your attention.
Know, like my favorite skate videos. Yeah, they're just like I can't think of anything specifically, but I feel like as a kid I always liked videos that made you and your friends talk about like. Did that really happen? Like, you think that really happened? Like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I mean, yeah, right was the extreme. Obviously, they were like went far, but I feel like it opens up that like, I don't know. Like, could that be? Do you think that really happened? Like, I don't know. I like that with skate videos, so I just wanted to play with that.
Totally. Was there anyone in this that was your favorite to film?
I mean, yeah, like obviously I love filming everyone, and everyone just is like they're skaters, they're friends of mine, and they're skaters I really love, like watching. But working on the part with Kyle Brown was really special because Kyle and I grew up together. He was the like older kid in the town 10 minutes away who like I knew about since I knew how to kick flip, like, oh, he's
yeah.
And so like we obviously became, like our period of rivalry ended like shortly after that. And we've been friends ever since. And like he's just he works full time as a physical therapist. He has always been such an incredible skater to me, and to get to curate and like work on a part, because I think I filmed like 100% of his part, and he's like knows what he wants to get, knows what he's capable of, and like that it was just fun. Like we would just be very strategic and like taking advantage of a Saturday, taking advantage of a Sunday, and just like knocking out what he knew he could do. And it was just so that part's really meaningful. But then Sibo is just the most talented skateboarder like I've ever been around or met. But he's like kind of he wants to film 20 clips a day, and like sometimes you have to pull that back and be like, chill. Like, okay, I know you want to get like a 10-trick line here, but like, why don't we just get like one stair trick we need for the part? And we had the song and like rough parts of the rough like edits like laid out a long time ago, because I've always wanted to use that ice song. And then we just basically filmed tricks for the part, which I've never done before.
Yeah,
it's
interesting.
Like, you're on it with the skater, not just like, all right, I have 10 minutes of footage, let's edit a part. It'd be like, yo, we have a 20-second gap here. What would be good? And then we would go out and film for it.
Yeah. Sick.
So it was fun in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, it's just like different. It's like, okay, it's looking good. There's this little gap here. Like, what could we get that would be good here? And just like filling in those little things. So it's cool. And he's the man. He's like the sickest dude to watch skate, because he's just so good. And
yeah, totally. That's rad.
The dude has put out like 6 video parts this year, and it's crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't stop. He does not stop. He just had the pump on this thing just dropped. That's what I was tripping on.
Yeah.
So much footage.
I know.
And then that Subo one, like with him and Brett Sub, was only, I don't know, 4 months ago or something too. He doesn't slow down. It's rad. It's cool to see.
So a lot of that, like we were filming on it like filming together. Like Brett filmed a lot of Sibo's part, and so it'd be footage that, okay, like would this go to Subo? Would this go to Skate Rat? Would this go to like our part? You know, so, like a lot of really the best footage he has in the part stuff he just got with Brett. Like probably like 3 tricks in a day each time he went out, just like rifling.
Yeah, that makes sense. I remember noticing one line. He does like a finger flip wall ride and then big flips a flat gap, like on a sidewalk, I think.
Yeah.
Because I remember he skated that spot too, and I think Brett Sub did as well in their Subo thing. So that's the only one I recognize. But I remember seeing that line and I was like, oh, like he probably just knocked a couple stuff out and then put it to different projects. That's it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
like
that makes
the
sense.
clip Sibo filmed of Brett that day, like they used in that part. And,
Yeah, sick.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew and Reef, I don't know if you guys want to go, if you have any other questions or whatever. We also have some stuff on Instagram, some questions from viewers that we can get into at any point too.
Yeah, Reef, you gotta go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say the music was top notch. Did you have a lot of did you pick all the songs, or did you have the skaters pick their songs, or?
So thank you. I'm really glad you liked the music, because making a video with a good soundtrack was like my number one goal. If people hated the video or like the footage or thought the parts were whatever, they just like that's all I wanted. And so my business partner with Old Friends, Chris, he picked a couple of the songs, but the rest were songs that like I either stumbled upon recently or just like have had on deck for like 10, 15 years of wanting to use it in a video, but like not having the right skater. Like that Feist song, like I wanted to make one of my parts to that, like I think it was like my first organic part, but like 10, 11 years ago, but I just like kept it in the bank. Like, all right, just eventually like some skater, it's gonna work. So, I mean, I know
that's the one
like,
Sibo.
I'm making what's that?
That's the one Sibo skated to?
Yeah.
The one you're talking. Okay, yeah. That song was sick. I was hyped on that one.
Thanks. But yeah, I wanted to send out a zip drive, because I was sending out a zip drive. I actually sent like a little folder with the soundtrack, so they got the video.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I thought would be funny. Yeah. And I'm putting video tonight. So for whoever is listening, it'll be viewable in its entirety on YouTube. But I want to figure out a way to like embed a Spotify link with the soundtrack, which I thought would be cool. So like,
that would be cool.
If you were feeling it, then you could just like click and add. But I'm like trying to figure out how to do that right now. Actually,
yeah, that's a cool idea. Actually,
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
The zip drive, I wanted to bring that up real quick. How did you come up with that idea? Like, was it just from... Go ahead.
I mean, just... I don't know. Like, I don't have a DVD player anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, I've bought DVDs for skate videos and just, like, never watched them until I, like, was at my, like, family's house and, like, oh, yeah, I got a TV with a DVD player. Like, so it just obviously didn't want to make DVDs, and then I just thought it'd be funny, like kind of an experiment. Like, I wonder if people will buy a zip drive. Like we sold it. We sold a few. We didn't sell all the zip drives we made, but we like sold enough to break even, so that was cool. But it was like, I just wanted to see what if that was that's where we are, with like purchasing content, or. I mean, it would make more sense to just sell a digital download, but I don't know. I thought the zip drive would be funnier, or just more.
Yeah, I just thought it was cool because it was. I mean, the DVD thing, I get it. I'm the same way. I have nowhere to put a DVD. Like, I'm not going to buy a DVD. And digital download obviously is like the next best, makes the most sense for most people these days. But I just thought the zip drive was cool because it's like almost the same thing, but it's just different. And it was tight that you guys had the zip drives like. Look cool. Like it was lipstick and wine bottle, right? That was tight.
Yeah, we branded them, and that's the other thing. It's like you're still buying something you can use. You know what I mean? It's like it's still a yeah, that's like not just like for this one purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I bet people like are weirded out though. The idea of it, it's like there's so much like sketchy hacking activity that can happen through like inserting a zip drive. I mean, it's like the one rule you learn, especially I think if you work in security in any kind of way, is like don't insert a random thumb drive into your computer. Like it can, infect you. So I bet there are some people who are like, I don't know. You might just be trying to infiltrate our.
That's funny.
Old friends take over.
Yeah, exactly. But no.
Yeah.
Did you have any other questions, Reef?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So I have a question. Do you have a beef with Chris Cole? Seems like you took him out 2 times. One at Rincon and the other at Love Park.
Oh yeah, because I'm just coming for Chris's tricks.
That's a good one to go after.
I'm blaming it. No,
I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding. I just didn't know if you were aware of it.
I mean, I obviously thought of I probably thought of them at the time, but they're just like, just coincidence. Like, Chris is the homie. We're cool.
Yeah.
I'm not coming for his
no beef
legacy.
Does the name Derek Benson mean anything to you?
Is it? I mean, I'm pretty sure he was wasn't he the SEAL?
Correct. Yeah, I didn't know if you were close with him or not because that was in your video part.
I didn't know him.
You didn't know him? Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure he was. I think he was a Navy SEAL who passed away, who was killed in Afghanistan.
Correct, in a helicopter crash.
From my yeah, was it Afghanistan or?
Yes.
Yeah, and he's from my area.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well.
So I think if you're referring to a clip where he's got like a RIP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a spot in my hometown.
Gotcha.
And yeah, we just happened to skate it there when one of his like little murals was up. How did you?
Oh, I put it together. Well, I looked it up. Because in your old video part, it was zoomed in, like you said, and it seemed like it was on there a little longer than normal. And I said, well, I wonder if that's his good. I wonder if that's his close friend. And so I looked it up, and I was like, oh, this guy was a Navy SEAL, and I have the highest respect for any law enforcement or paramilitary active duty, and it's hard to be a Navy SEAL, so that's why I asked you about it because okay, but you didn't.
I didn't know him. But I thought that was cool after the fact. Like I don't even think we noticed it while we were filming it. And I think it was something I learned later, like once it was there and we were like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Like one of my good friends who I grew up with, Andy Arbido, he's also from that same area. I almost think the same town. And he's also a SEAL. And I feel like I can't remember if they had a relationship, but yeah.
I got
it's funny. It's just kind of like cool little Easter egg, I guess.
Yeah.
It's nice.
That's why I saw it. Is there a reason why you attended UCSD and not San Diego State or USD? Did you ever look at those schools?
Yeah. I didn't. I applied to UC's, and that was the best one I got into of the ones. I mean, I can't even remember which. I feel like I considered Santa Barbara, and maybe I really can't remember at this point. I just remember I didn't get into UCLA, and I really wanted to go to UCLA, and so San Diego was like the kind of the next best UC option, and so that's where I went. It wasn't really much more than that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Are you from San Diego?
I am.
Like born and raised?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Cool.
Mhm. Did you? I think I was hanging out with Kelly Hart. I mean Kelly. Yeah, Kelly Hart a little bit when you guys were living together in PB. Were you hanging out with them?
Cool.
Were you hanging out with them around the time where he broke his ankle, or just post that?
Recently?
No. I mean, no. After when you, well, I mean, sorry. Were you living with him? I said hanging out. Were you living with him around the time where he broke his ankle?
When he like posted about it and stuff?
I don't know. I don't remember the time where he posted it. I just remember he moved to. He was living in San Diego shortly after he was rehabbing from it.
I mean, I don't remember him breaking his ankle when we were living together. I know he broke his ankle shortly after, I want to say.
Okay.
Only because the worst, knock on wood, the worst injury I've gotten broke off, but like I rolled my ankle really badly, and I kind of blamed Kelly Hart for it because
Why?
because he was like posting so much about his ankle injury, and it was just like I don't want to see this. It was like, and I just remember, I'll never forget. Like I was talking to my mom. I was like, it's really weird. Like I've never like had like a bad ankle injury, and it was only because I was like looking at Kelly's posts about his ankle.
So you became.
She was like, yeah, it's genetic.
Gotcha.
It's genetic. We have strong ankles, and I was like, hell yeah. And the next time I was skating, I just like elevated my ankle and was out for like 3 months. And I'm always like, God damn it, Kelly. It was Kelly's fault.
That's funny.
Why did you guys get evicted from PB? Are you able to talk about that?
Yeah, it was just chaos. Like our house got out of control. Like it just became the go-to apartment after every bar closed. So it was just like it just got, I don't know, it just got messy. And I'm still like unclear. It's still unclear to me like what the incident was that quote unquote got us evicted. Apparently it was like a party our roommate Hank threw that was like during the day, and it ticked someone off. Like I wasn't there for it, but for whatever reason it was Kelly, I think, just like was getting a little too weird at that house. Like it was just kind of, you walk in and Peter Smolik is like in your living room. It's like, whoa, we would set the bar. Like, what are you doing here? Or just like the PB lurkers that would just show up because they figured like people were partying. Like I don't know. We both were traveling. It was just kind of like, you know what, this is for the best.
Who did you skate with mainly when you lived here?
I mean, I felt like when I lived in San Diego, everything was just popping off with like my generation. So I was meeting so many different skaters. I feel like every time I went out, and it was just awesome. Like I was just starting to get hooked up with KO. So all the KO dudes, which mostly North County, and then like Lenny Rivas and some, Kelvin and dudes down south. And then there would be the whole skate mafia crew that I would end up skating with all the time because they were just always down and like, friends of friends. And then John Loopfer was my like main intro to everyone. And he was just like so San Diego. Like he just was born and raised there, and he was like the next kind of up and coming kid, and he just knew everyone and everyone loved him. And so he was the first dude I met when I came to San Diego, and I would just roll with him. So it was just kind of like whoever he was skating with, I would skate with, and it was cool.
Awesome.
So I just felt very fortunate to have like been around the San Diego skaters as they were all like coming up. Like, Wes Kramer, Tyler Surrey, Marius, like all these dudes were finally getting like the worldwide recognition. That they
seriously.
and,
no, seriously, yeah. Especially at that time.
It was
because they had been killing it for
crazy.
years. Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree with you more.
and it was cool. Yeah, I felt very lucky to like witness so much of that skating and just like get to know those guys because they're all just so mellow and humble and cool, and it was a cool time.
Oh, I love it. I love to hear that.
That's right.
That's cool.
I guess I could. Where do I want to go with this? Who's got the best? Who's got the best switch tray, man? Who's got your favorite one? Uh-oh. Looks like he's frozen again.
I always like Arto.
You said who?
Arto.
Oh.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
It's a good pick.
Yep.
That's one that came
did
out of the
one.
bushes. I didn't expect that one. Wow.
We're talking like my influences, like why I wanted to do it. Like Arto made it look so sick. But as far as like contemporary, no, like what, I mean, Wes is one of them.
I was
Wes,
gonna say people don't think, but
he's got everything, but he's got one of the best. Yeah, let's just leave it at Wes, dude. Wes, there's so many though. Like I really like the way Johnny Layton like sucks his foot up. Like
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of like incredible switch.
So you seem like you like to pay homage to the iconic skate spots. You mentioned them quite a bit, and you've skated quite a few of them. Were you ever cringing when J-Lay did the switch tray on the Sieb Gap, Carlsbad? Were you like, that was my opportunity?
Was that what?
Were you cringing? Were you fisting? Were you like, God damn it, I wanted that?
No, because I was trying switch backside flip forever. So it was Greg Myers doing switch backside flip.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Damn it.
Out of nowhere. Yeah.
And I mean, I only tried it like twice, I think, maybe 3 times, but I got super robbed. It's a hard spot.
I forgot.
Uphill roll away got you.
Yeah.
I remember.
But yeah, I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't think like I even considered switch. I don't know. Like that's where I guess when you really consider like the best switch tray flippers like that. Yeah, Johnny Layton doing that down this Carlsbad Gap is insane. Like that is so heavy.
Yeah.
There are a few that are like bigger. Mike Davis did it down that 15 in Tucson. And I was like, that's another spot that I like tried to backside flip. Like, I mean, that spot I tried to switch backside flip that thing like probably 6 different times. But
wow,
I never considered switch tray flipping it. Like I never, like you roll up to a spot and you think like, oh, I could do this, or maybe I could try that. But like, I don't know. It's like way
switch
out of
tray
my,
wasn't there. Wes does one in the last Mafia video, Brain Gone, down I want to say it's like a 12. It's like kind of skinny, like a hole. Is it a 13? Okay, yeah. That switch tray is so good. Yeah, that one is amazing.
It's perfect. I wanted to do that one too because I switch flipped it back in the day and like I looked at it recently and I was like, oh, this would be such a perfect switch tray, but Wes did it better than I ever could dream of doing it. So
that's tight.
I want to ask a non-skateboard related topic. You say you listen to quite a bit of podcasts. What are some of your favorites that you listened to recently?
I mean, This American Life is my all-time favorite. I think it's just like pretty much never disappoints. Like they've been doing podcasts like 10 years before podcasts were even an idea. They just have it down, like hour-long little radio shows. They tell really good stories. They pick. I don't know. They nail it. This American Life is my favorite for sure. And then recently, like I'm blown away by the New York Times Daily podcast. They do this like basically they pick a subject and really like dig in with context, and they do such a good job. And I don't know how they crank one out every single day, but it's you want like a little. Do you guys listened to that one?
I haven't.
No.
Yeah, that one's good. They kill it with that one. the daily.
Sounds
And
interesting.
then-
That's crazy every day.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and they're good. I mean, like today, like they, everyone's been posting about the crazy fires in the Amazon, but they like really dig in and kind of explain the context for the last 50 years, like what's going on to create these fires that are happening right now. Not just create the fires, but like politics behind it. Like they just give like really good context.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sick. Should we run through some of these Instagram things real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead. Hit him up. Don't keep the man too late.
Cool. So a couple of them we've kind of just answered from discussing, but one thing I know college has already come up. Let's see, where's this one? It says, how did pursuing higher education impact your skateboarding career? From Shieldless Mag.
Ooh, that's a good question.
In my situation, I think it like 100% made a skate career happen for me. I think I was in like a really unique spot or time or position where like I was starting to get hooked up, but I didn't really think like anything was necessarily going to happen. And I think just having been like a college student who was also like starting to get photos in magazines and starting to put out parts, like I think it made brands more interested for some reason. Like it was kind of like the way I was like marketed, which sounds weird, but I think it actually helped. So in pursuing an education, I think it actually helped like a skate career.
Sick.
Like. So I don't know. I think, and then I always say this about my experience. I really felt like having the scheduling of like, all right, I'm blocking off my schedules. I'm going to school 3 days a week, but it's intense. And then I have like a long weekend to skate. Like it helped push my skating because I really had to take advantage of time to skate. And
That's
like
cool.
like anyone who works or has a job, like it's the same basic concept. It's like you're hungrier when you know you can't skate every single day.
Yeah.
So it's in that sense too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Nice. Let's see. We can just do one or two others. I know you're probably pretty low on time. This is interesting. Pal's question says, "Love your switch backside game, and that new Novia part was rad. Were you aware that switch backside flip on Santa Monica triple set was ABD by Current Winter?"
Well, yeah, for sure. No, Kurt, yeah, he did that like in a digital video like 12 years ago or something. Yeah, I mean that was a part of the like, I don't want to say strategy, but I kind of wanted people to like watch it, like, oh, he's about to do a trick down the triple set. Wait, someone already did that. Wait, what the fuck just happened with that camera? Like, just kind of like, it's also a trick I love to do. So I figured it would be like easier, which it was kind of not. It was actually really, really hard. And so I started thinking like maybe because switchback heel I think is still open, and I was kind of like, oh, maybe I'll switchback heel it. I honestly wanted to like switch big flip it, but it was just that thing is like big. I don't know how people do the tricks they do down it. That thing is big. But yeah, I didn't. It was no disrespect to Kurt Winter who did it first. I just thought it would be kind of a funny way to be like get people like, wait, what? Like it's already been done. Then they're just distracted,
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Sick. Guess we can do one more. Let's see. Oh, actually, I didn't even say Pal. Oh, did I say Pal's questions? Was that last comment?
Yeah, it was. I saw that one.
Cool. And then we got, I don't know, Teddy Nguyen. Anything else to come in 2019 for that Sodi push? After dropping back-to-back parts.
No, I'm pushing. I'm pushing for Sibo.
Yeah.
And
right on.
And Mark Sichu. I'm actually pushing. Yeah, there's gonna be some heavy contenders. I don't think I am. I'm not pushing for Sodi. So you need to be like a sponsored skateboarder to be like, sody. I just had some parts. I wanted to put them out. I definitely want to put out some more stuff, but it's like, it's a little, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like focusing. It was like, put out the Wilshire part, finish this old friends video, and now I'm getting married. So it's like 3 big things. I'm like basically all packing into 1 month. Mm-hmm. But getting married, I'm going on a little honeymoon, and then we'll see.
Go from there. Sick.
Yeah, we'll go on.
That sounds like the perfect outro, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on. I speak for Grant and Reef that we're hyped that you're getting married, man. It's a big step.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, congrats.
Cool.
That's tight.
Congrats, Walker.
God bless you.
Appreciate that. That's why I'm a little like scattered at the moment. Everyone always talks about like, oh, what are you so stressful? And this has honestly been like pretty chill. Most of my anxiety has just been going into like planning, because we did like 7 premieres in like a week, or like 8 days, or 6 premieres in a week. It was just like video premiere. I'm still kind of like editing the video, and then now it's been like still fine tuning it so it's like going to come out on the internet properly. So it's like all my anxiety was like going into that, and now that's done, and I'm like, oh shit, gotta get married in a week. Yeah. Do I have an outfit? I don't know.
Now you have to edit your wedding video.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Can I ask how you proposed?
Yeah. Do you really think that your skate audience is
Hell yeah.
curious about my?
I don't care. I want to know. I'm into that type of stuff.
No, I didn't do anything too dramatic or involved. I just caught her when she was like almost asleep. When I normally bring her a coffee, there was just the ring in the little espresso cup that I bring her. But we were like away from our home, but I had like the coffee cup I usually bring her. It's just like a little espresso cup. So she was like kind of thrown off, and then there was the ring in there. That was the move.
Oh, okay. No, I like to hear everyone's approach. Every man has a different approach, and okay, I dig it. I'm sure she appreciated that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say they talked about Justin Eldridge's his proposal recently on the 9 Club too. So
it's a trend.
Yeah.
And Brian Herman. Brian Herman talked about his as well.
Yeah, he did when he was on there. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. There, just contributing to the sensitive skater crew.
Team sensitive. Team sensitive.
Well, I speak for us again. I appreciate you coming on, Walker. It really means a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Walker.
Hey, thank you, and
thank you, Walker.
I can't you guys for the rest of the episode. It should be good. There's some I'm a skate nerd, and I watch everything anyway, and the videos that came out this week were sick. That Dickies. Oh, fun fact: the Dickies part. I was actually going to use that song, that Shaka Khan song, for my part. I put it in the timeline for a second. I was like, I don't think it fits, and thank God, because that would have been so awkward. Like, and that song is like classic and been around forever, and for some reason, no one's used it. Like,
yeah, it's funny.
It's funny because.
I was just going to say, right before the show, me and Reef were talking about how sick that song was and how perfect it was in that edit.
It's so good. I love that song, and I don't know why I ended up being like, nah, I don't think so. Oh, because it was too close to this Jade song that I used. That's like sort of this. I don't know, but I love that it got used, and like those dudes killed it. But yeah, have fun talking.
Yeah, sick. Thank you.
Talking skate videos. Some good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The pod going. It's good, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in LA, but I'm going to be back in October, so we should link up, Grant.
Yeah, for sure. I'll hit you up. That'd be sick. Sounds good.
Let's
meet up and skate. Yeah, let's do it. Cool. Sounds good.
Well, any other things? Subjects?
Nah, brother, go handle that wedding. Go get hitched.
I gotta call my mom right now. There's some drama.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Walker.
All right.
See ya.
Later, Walker.
Later.
Yeah.
All right, let's cover the rest of these topics. Grant, where would you like to start? Oh, well, we already kind of previewed the Dickies video. Go ahead, lay it on me. I mean, just as far as I'm concerned, there's only 2 words to say. Frankie Villani.
Okay, all right. You forgot a couple, but
I
those
mean,
are 2 good words.
I know I did.
Tom Knox. Tom Knox and Frankie, to
I
me,
know
those
you're
were
really
the
feeling
dudes.
Tom Knox right now.
Ooh. I mean, dude, that line, the long line, ollies up to 2, nollie flip, back big, switch front big, backsmith shove. So good. And that brick bank that everyone skates, right? The nose blunt. People, classic spot. You've seen countless tricks go down. But the nose blunt into the right on 50, just a kind of a little different way to skate it was so cool. And they must have iced that ledge because he rolled on and just chilled on the 50 for a while. I thought that was super cool. But, dude, you're right. Tom and Frankie, to me, stood out the most. Frankie's cab back tail, half get flip. Obviously, the ender was insane. Jake Hayes skating the backs of those benches as, like, waist-high flat bars was really cool. Big spin front board and the line was amazing. And Zach Wallen also, board slide up to, like, 90-degree turn. Board slide down was so sick. That was just a cool clip, but to top it off, like that dude just standing there that looked so hyped when he landed it, like just a non-skateboarder getting stoked on a clip is so cool to see. And that dude just looked like Zach's board slide just brought him some joy. So that was really cool. Yeah, I loved it. Walker mentioned the song. Song was perfect to me. I loved it. The B-roll, like, I don't know, the whole thing, full package, great video, 5 minutes, perfect length. I loved it.
All right. Reef, you got anything you want to quickly add?
I was just gonna say, don't forget about the thumbnail. Jamie Foy's crooked on that double kink, and I think the rail was slightly curved. That was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
So I don't. That was a pretty eye catcher for me. But yeah, a lot of Frankie stuff stood out to me. It was really cool. So yeah, the full cab back tail was a good one, and he did the fakie crook over the gate at I forgot what some New York spot.
Flushing Meadows.
What it's called. Yeah, thank you, Flushing Meadows. He when he did the fakie flip out, he like almost popped like probably like 3 feet over the grate. It looked like it was crazy.
Yeah, gapped out.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, it was cool. He flipped out like he didn't. Like, he wasn't over the grate and then flipped out. It was like flip out while I'm still on top of the grate and hopefully clear it, basically.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah, but to echo Grant, it was a great video, great song, and the length was pretty good. Yeah, it was all good. It's all good.
Good. Right on. Let's move along. Let's try and speed through the rest of these topics, but try to do it in a respectable manner. PJ Ladd New Balance commercial for the NM Nasty Monster 533S, or the 533s. I can't believe I said the S at the end. That's so stupid. You guys notice PJ had a blank board? I didn't know he was off.
Yep.
I didn't know he was off Plan B. Did you guys know?
Nope.
I don't know.
I didn't. I know nothing about it. Didn't know anything about it. I kind
No.
of still don't.
Yeah.
I know he had a blank, but
Yeah.
You might just have a
Actually-
blank for commercial. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out the
That's
team page.
That's crazy.
You know, Team Page aren't.
He did the kickflip
aren't-
challenge.
Team Page aren't as prevalent as they once were.
Yeah, they're
True.
not.
They're
He's still
They're not
on.
as
they-
official.
he's still on the team page.
He is on the team page, but I agree that doesn't mean he's still on
Yeah,
necessarily.
no, they're just you guys just have lazy programmers. That's all. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was interesting though.
That's
Yeah.
probably like the biggest takeaway from this thing. Because the rest
Yeah.
of
I agree.
the current PJ, I say this with nothing but respect. It's not old PJ. But you can say that about any skateboarder, but it's not doing it for me, man. You're just doing like remember Kiss the Rail in Tony Hawk Pro Skater Reef? That's all it is. He's just kissing the bench.
Yeah.
I can't
Still got the
I can't do
clean
any of those
flag route.
tricks, but I'm just telling you how I feel.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel
I
like-
hear you. I did like the fakie 5-0 half cap flip. It was short.
Of
It
course
was like
you would.
almost like a bomb.
Of course you would.
But there's certain tricks to me
You know
that
what I'm surprised you didn't mention was the big spin. The what do you do? Let me see if I can catch it real again.
What do you do?
Big spin out or big
Of
spin
what, a
in?
fakie 5-0 or something?
I forget. There's too many flat ground nollie flips he does.
Yeah, I started off with the kickflip challenge. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh no, my mistake. It was a fakie shove it, half cap out. Sorry about that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
were saying?
that's a sick one too. I like those.
Yeah, that is.
But I mean, that's another example of what I was gonna say is certain tricks like that, like quick, like flip in or out of fakie 5-0 stuff, or like nose grinds. I think short grinds can look sick. Personally.
Hey, I'm glad that you feel differently.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to talk about the mini Brooklyn Bumps skate contest? Was there anything notable you guys want to mention?
I just think it's cool that they do that event.
Yeah,
It
was a cool
it
event.
looked sick. They did it last year with Wallenberg. They called it Hubbaberg. It was Wallenberg with Hubba. Which is sick. They're killing it with that.
That's
So yeah, I
funny.
think it's cool if they do that every year. We make a famous spot, have a fun contest. It looked sick. A lot of stuff went down. The recap video was good.
Yeah.
John Dilo, Ish, and Mario were the winners. They got some cash. So good for those dudes. They killed it for sure.
And shout
It's a cool
out
contest.
to Adidas and CCS for making that happen. Real cool stuff.
Yeah.
Without them, no one's gonna hold it up. No one's gonna hold those contests. Oh man, so Grant just reaffirmed me how dope Lucas Rabelos. Am I saying that?
Rabelo.
Rabelo.
Mhm.
This guy's rad. It's so funny because I just text Grant. I said, check out this dope shit with him and the guy that won Street
Kevin.
League. Kelvin, thank you.
Kelvin.
Whew. I just he's like, check out the topic list, and I was like, I sure will. The thing about Lucas is that he just makes everything look too fucking easy in regards to, doesn't look like he's trying. He kind of like has the, you know that emoji where like the eyes just like they have no expression. He's just, it's kind of like you have like 3 lines. That's how he skates. No
Oh,
expression,
man.
doesn't care, gives no fucks.
I knew you were gonna love him.
I
I knew that's your type of dude.
Well, okay. What's my type of dude, Grant?
We've talked about this before. It's hard for me to define your type of dude, but there's certain dudes that I know are in that realm that I can't define. I know that they fit in it. And I knew Lucas would fit because number one, he's gnarly. I know Drew likes gnarly. I know that's one of the traits of your types of dude. And Lucas gets gnarly, as he shows you in the whole thing, but the last 3 rail tricks are insane. So I knew you'd be hyped on that.
Yeah.
And he skates really clean, which I figure you would like.
There's a quick clip of him holding a nose slide,
So I figured you'd
and
like
he's just kind of like stiff, and then they cut it
Oh,
to
yeah.
him. That's so
funny.
that's so funny.
Dude, that's the clip because they show him do the front nose nollie back heel, and he slides like 10 feet past the bench that he goes over.
Yeah,
Like he just keeps going.
yeah,
It's so nuts.
cool part. It's time for everyone's favorite segment, the Grant's Grant.
Mason Silva, fakie ollie up, and then half cab blunt 270 over the block. I gotta pull the post up because I'm drawing a blank. Where's this spot at? It's the train station in. I'll remember momentarily, but yeah, I don't know. I was hyped on this one. To me, obviously, half cab blunt 270, super cool looking trick. It's the Milan train station. I love it. Louis Lopez does that trick really well. Mason does it perfect here. But fakie ollie up made it even cooler to me because I think a lot of people would have just switch ollied up or front 180, but the fakie ollie into the fakie ledge trick looks sick. As well as that spot is super cool looking. You see a lot of tech stuff go down, but you have to go fast. You have to gap over that block. Yeah, so I was hyped on it. Mason did it so sick. So definitely had to give it to Mason this week because I was hyped when I saw that.
I just have to affirm. I'm surprised you didn't go with the shod clip,
The kickflip?
not the kickflip. I already showed you the nollie. It's like a nollie inward heel flip, 360 inward heel. Who did that? It was on the shots
What?
page. Let me check it out. It wasn't him that actually did it.
Oh, the nollie big flip? That was Zach.
God, that thing was huge.
Oh, you had me so confused.
Oh,
Okay,
was
Drew,
it a nollie
because
big? It looked
Yeah,
like
no,
he used
well,
his
down-
heel.
no,
Are you
he
sure?
just flicked it crazy.
I was
You're
half,
talking about
I was
this
half
clip
awake.
right here?
Let me see it. I was half awake
This
when I saw. Oh my
Zach
god!
Saracino,
Oh.
so good.
Oh.
I didn't know this is what you were referring to.
Yeah, you
And
thought.
little backstory to the viewers. I sent Drew my Grant's-gram, which was, like I said, Mason Silva. And he said, not Ishad's Instagram. And I said, what post? And then as a joke, I said, if anyone that follows Ishad, probably any skateboarder on Instagram saw this week, he tried to jump across a pool and he fell in the pool. So I was like, this one?
so good.
And Drew was like, no, the one before that. And the clip before that is Ishad skating. And he kickflips a bump over bar. So I thought that's what you were referring to, but I guess you were referring to Zach at Poots.
Yeah, but it was on Rashad's Instagram, right?
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
It just wasn't the post before the pool, so I didn't know that's what you meant. But
Well,
it
for
was
Reef
so good.
Willard, I am Grant Fiero, and that is Andrew Ariano. We'll catch you guys next week. Later, skaters.
Peace.